Hi everyone, welcome to Andrew's Quest weekly reflection for the week of October 31st to November 6th. We are on week 1 of November and couldn't have gotten off to a better start. First of all, I may have showed this in other videos, however, I'll show it again. This has been a blessing. This thing that I created, I set a little bit of time aside. I would have bought a calendar of the month, but it's already November, so there's no point for 2 more months. I'll just do this till January, and I'll draw another one for this December, and then when I have it, I'll get a real calendar in 2017. Anyways, doing this has been great, because as of like 1 more or 2 more videos, I'll have everything scheduled for November already done. Then I can start filling the gaps of those days where I don't have the scheduled programs, where I can kind of, things that as they come up, I can make videos about them in the struggle. This way, at least now I know I have steady content coming, and then as I can give more struggle, more lifetime kind of things happening. This will be posted the same day, which is now, today, November 6th, because how am I going to give a weekly reflection of something, of a week that hasn't happened yet, and then post it 3 weeks from now? Doesn't make any sense. So these ones are the day of. That's why I don't have a set time for these. It's either Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, morning, whatever, for the week that has transpired. So a few little notes of this week. First of all, stats don't come out till the end of the month. That's when I give the monthly. So November, I'll say, I will compare how much I've grown from November to October. From October to November. I'm going to compare how much I went backwards in time. Sometimes I wonder about myself. So, that's what. That's the end of November. You'll get stats. Failed attempts, I hope. I'm closing my eyes because I can't. Videos, views, subscribers, etc., etc., etc. Monthly roundup, things like that. Each week, though, I will give a kind of a brief reflection of either lesson I've learned or something that I was fighting with or whatever. Just a little anecdotal kind of situation that I actually experienced that week to where I felt like I've experienced growth. And this week has been great in 2 ways. Internally, I've been focusing a lot on the subconscious and kind of building this foundation in my mind where if I was like in a metaphorical storm, my mind won't crumble. And I've used this metaphor with some people that I know that have been coming to ask me for advice because they see I'm doing this. So anyways, this metaphor is, the negativity, the self-doubt, the people condescending you, people's ideas, seeking their validation, all these things in my metaphor is a storm that's never going to end. No matter what, you keep growing, it's always going to be there. But it's about you yourself. This is proactive. It's about you yourself building a foundation to build like a fortress. I'm calling it the fortress, my mental fortress, where nothing can knock it down. So I've been getting into like subconscious things and things that would bring me down and get rid of them. Anyways, so I've been doing that and I'm feeling it actually working, because many times this week there's been situations that normally in my past would have like either stung me, hurt me, or kind of like set me back. But as these situations have arrived, I've constantly been doing this and coming out ahead each time, more and more. So it's this spiral that keeps happening where I keep getting challenged, but it keeps getting easier for me to deal with it. And I think that's resonating with people around me because they're starting to buy into this philosophy that I'm learning, which is great. Second win for me. 2 of my friends, you see this guy right here, this whiteboard? 2 of my friends that are very close to me, that are very like, we talk about these kind of things all the time. They're kind of starting to shift in the direction that I'm shifting into, and not because I'm telling them to. I'm telling them how I'm doing, what I'm doing, and if they ask or they want to know, I explain from an outside perspective how maybe what they can try to deal with their stuff. whatever their stuff may be, their things. But that whiteboard, why I brought that up, is one example of, I buy this whiteboard, I say how I'm managing my time, I say I'm doing this like foundation, storm weathering stuff, and then I get one text yesterday morning with an image of that one person's whiteboard that they just bought it and they did it. Wow. So I'm like, oh wow, like I guess what I'm doing is kind of resonating with people. This morning, the same thing, another one of my friends with his whiteboard, but he does massive, bigger than that little thing, massive whiteboard with all kinds of stuff, and including this weekly planning stuff. So the value that I've gotten from doing this channel and from doing this for myself it's actually resonating with people, and resonating with two people that I'm very close with, very good friends of mine, practically family. Well, one is family, but very good friends of mine, outside of that, family, whatever. I consider them family regardless of blood. One is family by blood, but also a good friend. I don't need to get into this. He knows who he is. Anyways, to see them both, of their own volition, not me going, hey, you need to buy a whiteboard. I never said that. Of their own volition, seeing both of them do this and text me, not because I asked it to. I really don't care. I do care, but it's like, if you don't want to do it, that's your business. And I never told you to do it. But then seeing that, through example, this is circle of influence growing through circle of concern. Did I tell them to do something? No, but they did it because they see how it's benefiting me and they want it to benefit themselves. So, lo and behold, I get two texts from two different people on 2 different days in the morning. Boom, this is my whiteboard and this is my whiteboard, 2 different people. So that brings huge smile to my face, because that is the ultimate form of wealth. That is me learning something and applying it, and it's obviously benefited me so much that other people are resonating with that and they want to do it for themselves. That is the point of this channel. That is the point of everything I've been doing lately. We all have a financial goal. I have financial goals. I have wealth goals and success goals. But that is not what I want. That is not the value. My financial goals, on a side note, are tied to the freedom that they will provide for me. And hopefully I can use that freedom to provide more of this kind of thing, these kind of things to more people, because I want everybody to grow with me. If I'm growing by myself, I don't care about being above people. I want people to grow with me, because I want to look to my left and look to my right. And I said that in the wrong direction. This is really my left and this is my right. Anyways, I want to see people on my eye level, even higher. If I can help them grow higher than me, great. That means that I'm so good of a teacher, I can't even do it myself. But they can go. But anyway, that's my goal. I don't care to be better than everybody else. I want to be better than myself. And I want people to grow with me, because that's a constant, it's a constant motivation to keep me on my toes and growing, because I like a challenge. And B, it means that I'm doing something right because they're growing with me. And I want to share in my prosperous wealth and growth and success. I want people to be so clear, I want their minds to be so clear that they're at peace always. I want just happiness and joy for everybody. I sound like a monk right now, but that's the level that I want for everybody. And it starts with doing it for yourself. That has been the revelation of this week that I've had. And finally, to conclude, talking to one of those 2 friends earlier this week on the phone, through trying to explain to him and teach him kind of things, I had my own massive revelation. The vision that I kind of just explained got bigger. My true vision is now I realized what it is. The end in mind, the true vision, the value, nothing to do with money. The true vision is I want to be able to, not only for myself, but I want to be able to I want everybody to be able to tap into their fullest potential and grow. That's all I want. I want people to realize that they don't have to settle for wherever they are in life. And I want them to want that for themselves, obviously, because if they don't want it, then it is what it is. But I want to help people who want to grow to get into their fullest potential. I will spend countless hours, especially with my close people, my close friends, if that's what they want. Because I grow as a person by helping other people grow. So I win, they win, everybody wins. And that's a beautiful thing. I want at the end of the day, at the end of the tunnel, my vision, when it's realized, that we're all financially free. We can do whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want. We're so at peace with ourselves that it doesn't matter about any possessions or any of that kind of stuff or validation, because we just know we made it, we did it. And that goes not just for my friends, but people, if I may meet them along the way. I want growth for everybody, because we're in a new era where it's not about production and just doing things like making products. It's about connecting with people, and it's about growing together. And we will rely on each other to get there. So ultimately, like I said, it's not about me growing myself. It's about me and like pretend there's people, like we're all growing together. And that's why I just realized that's why I always say let's keep growing together. I didn't really have, I guess I had a context for it, but now I have a real vision about it. So without me rambling on any further, that's it in a nutshell. I have built my foundation mentally inside myself, internally. I have obviously resonated with other people without trying to, without forcing them, without being commanding. I just focused on my center of influence, and it grew through my center of concern without me making it happen that way. And they have expressed to me that they have grown too. And I've seen it, which is great. And now I've realized my true vision, which is tapping into everybody's full potential and everybody becoming free, financially, mentally, physically, whatever it is for them. All right, everybody. That's all I have for this week. Let's keep growing together, and I look forward to the next week coming up. And see you guys next time.